Hello, I'm Kira Walsh and welcome to another episode of the River Poker Masterclass. On tonight's show, we'll be looking into the basic strategy of the game and when you should be making your moves and playing. So here with me again is our regular poker expert, Simon, to show us how it's done. So Simon, what have you got in store for us tonight?
Well, tonight we're going to be looking at the basic strategy of the game. That means when you should be betting, what you should be betting with, and when you should be folding your hands.
Sounds exciting. Now, if any of you have any questions on the topic tonight, please drop us an email or tweet us, and we will do our best to answer as many as we can on tonight's show. But before we begin tonight, here's a short film about table manners and etiquette, both vitally important at the poker table.
When playing a game, especially in a casino, table manners and etiquette are vitally important to remember. A technique you should avoid is dirty stacking. Dirty stacking involves a player hiding his biggest chips behind or amongst the other chips he has. This is highly frowned upon by other players at the table as it gives an unfair advantage of hiding your chip amount. Calling last three hands. This applies when at a cash table in a casino. When leaving a game, a player should always indicate to the dealer they will be doing so in 3 hands' time. This ensures a player doesn't leave the table straight away after a big cash win. Don't splash the pot. Splashing the pot can confuse or completely void a hand. Mixing your current bet with chips already in the pot will almost certainly work against you as the hand could be written off, with all chips returned to the original players. This won't make you any friends at the table. Following these basic guidelines will ensure you have an enjoyable game and not make any unnecessary enemies at the table.
So Simon, where are we starting tonight?
Well, tonight we'll start with position in a hand. For a player who's just starting out in the game, learning about position is vitally important if they're going to stay in the game.
So where is in position in a hand?
Basically, if you're one of the last players to act on the hand, you are in position. The term in position refers to the player who has an advantage over the other player because he gets to see what they do first.
Well, that clears that up then. Is there anything else we should know about strategy, Simon?
Another technique used very often is the check raise.
We learned about the check last week, but what happens with the check raise?
Well, let's take a look at this hand as an example. As you can see here, I have pocket jacks and you have pocket kings. Now I've flopped 3 of a kind, which means I'm going to want to keep you in the hand for as long as possible so I can take as many of your chips away as I can.
So it's all about thinking ahead and trapping your opponents?
Definitely. And when 2 or more players start playing like this, that's when the action really starts to heat up.
Okay, well, we've had a question from Rich Glover on Twitter who wants to know, is it too risky to check raise when you're out of position in hand?
That depends entirely on the situation. If you've been playing your opponent for a long period of time and have a good read on them, there's no harm in mixing up the play a little bit. Just be careful and pick your spots carefully.
I hope that answers your question, Rich. Tune in after the break for more strategy with me and Simon. See you in 3.